Karen at the English Bookshop, where I believe you just started writing your book, The Dancing Girl and the Turtle.
I did. That was about 6 years ago.
Okay, some time ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so this book is set in China, and the year is 1937. The main character is Sun Anya, and she is raped by a gang of soldiers and left for dead. Her parents are dead, and her aunt and uncle are the next of kin. They decide to marry off to hide the family shame. Karen, these are some very dark issues. Can you tell our Lyric Globe members why you chose this as a subject matter?
Well, the theme of my novel is silence, the inability to speak about what's really in your heart. And maybe that's a cultural thing. Maybe your family or your friends won't allow you to speak about that particular topic. And so what I'm trying to do is talk about what happens then when you have to keep an event like a rape inside of you.
That's quite something.
Mm.
Yeah. And so what inspired you to write this story?
Well, my father had a cousin whose parents were opium addicts. They gambled and sold everything that they owned, and then they died, leaving my aunt an orphan at a very young age. She was raised by other family members, and when she got old enough to go to school, she approached my grandparents for financial assistance. I guess she was going to high school at that age. My grandfather was fine with it, and my grandmother said no. No good ever came from educating a pretty girl. So my aunt, who is as stubborn as my grandmother, decided to pay for her education herself by becoming a dance hall hostess. She worked as a dancer in Shanghai in the 1930s. So my imagination took off from there, trying to imagine the slippery slope you could end up on as a dancer in that environment. So I can read to you a little section here from the novel. So Annie survives the attack. Her aunt and uncle try to marry her off, and in a bid for her own financial independence, she decides to become a dancer. So here she is on the dance floor of the Metropole Gardens, which is a hotel and a dance hall that you can visit today in Shanghai. The girls here are so young. One of them twines her fingers into mine, her hand so small I could crush it. There are more of them in the ballroom, standing well outside the pools of light that demarcate the dancing from the sitting, the illusion from reality. Manager Lin barks, and the child shuffles away into her position close to the exit. Her dress is simple but expensive, a sheath that a man can easily pull over her head with one hand, or simply bunch at the waist if he were in a hurry. This girl must be one of the whores hired by Manager Lin for the men who come here to dance and then demand more. We, the dancing girls, are the gazelles who draw the predators out of the high grass. The whores are the dead meat to be flung to the lions.
Gosh. You've been promoting your book for the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
In America. Can you tell our readers what your experience is?
It's a wonderful experience, actually, to be reading and attending book clubs and private events and public events at the Chinese Historical Society of America, people who are coming to listen to me talk about myself. Quite nice.
Okay, so this is an easy book to read. The imagery is graphic and impressive. I can recommend this book for book groups, as there are lots of discussion points. But, reader, keep in mind there are some very dark issues, so think about that. But before we sign off, you can buy this book at Van Rossum Bookshop in Amsterdam or on Amazon. And thanks for watching our Literary Club interview. And for more interviews, please keep a look on our Facebook page or send me an email, information@literaryglobe.com. All right, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.